Hey everyone, this is Wobbly Wallaby. I've been playing solo leveling Arise casually for the last 26 days. After the first 14 days where I played a lot more, like 2 or more hours a day, I've mostly been spending about 1 to 1.5 hours a day playing this game. I'm 100% free to play, and I often have this game on auto to clear some of my dailies. I'm currently at level 50 with Reputation 13. One of the main reasons I play this game is to progress in the story. I love the anime, so I wanted to see what would happen next. I'm currently at chapter 14 of the story, and the story is very exciting. So even if you're free to play and casual, you can definitely progress in the story, it just takes a bit more time. The second reason I enjoy playing this game is rolling. The rush of opening SSRs is quite addicting, and luckily by playing the game, you can roll a ton. I feel like I do 10 rolls every 2 to 3 days, and rolling 10 at a time guarantees an SR. I have been quite lucky with my rolls. I've gotten 6 SSR hunters and 4 SSR weapons. The game does give you a free SSR hunter and his weapon after logging in for 7 days. You unfortunately need to get duplicate copies to make them even stronger. For weapons for Sun Jinwoo, I've gotten 4 SSR weapons. Compared to other gacha games I've played, I think the rate at which you get SSRs is quite reasonable. It's definitely enough to keep you interested and not too frustrated. However, compared to the main game I play, which is Ragnarok Mobile, where you are guaranteed to get a class, which is either free or paid, it is hard to get used to. Especially if you want to recommend a weapon or hunter to a viewer, they may never roll for it, so there's a bit of luck to it. Next, for a casual player, one of the biggest blockers is not having enough total power or not reaching the level requirements to do the story chapter. For example, here I have 97,000 total power, and the recommended power is 125,000. I had to wait a few more days to get my power to 108,000 to clear the boss, and this is just from doing dailies and being patient. If you feel impatient, then you can pay to accelerate your progress or just put in a ton of time playing. Next, the third reason is even if you're free to play, you can use strategy and good dodging to actually do well in this game. Just because you have a ton of SSR weapons or hunters doesn't mean you'll do well. I did have to switch up some of my strategies to deal with bosses, and then winning is very satisfying. One mistake I had to learn from is to not use SSR weapons in certain circumstances. Sometimes using an SR weapon that's more fully upgraded and has elemental advantage will actually be better for you for beating a boss. So it's great that even if you have SR weapons and hunters, you can still do well in this game with the proper strategy. Now, I have been tempted to accelerate my progress by buying stuff, but at the moment going free to play is a nice challenge. If this was the only game I played and I wanted to progress further, then yes, I would definitely be paying for it. Next, what's an example of my daily routine? As you play the game, you'll unlock a whole bunch of game modes, and luckily the game eases you into it, so in your first couple of days you won't be overwhelmed. If you don't have time to play, the bare minimum is to do the 10 gates a day. This gives huge EXP bonuses which will help you out. Lacking EXP is one of the biggest blockers to progress in the game. You can sweep some of these gates if you're strong enough to instantly complete it, and if you're not strong enough to sweep, you can also put it on full auto. Sometimes I put my character on auto and I do something else. The AI can be a bit silly sometimes and lose for you, but with enough power, usually you can pass it without having to do anything. Each gate will take at most 3 minutes since you have a timer, and you will time fail if you don't complete this on time. If you do these gates manually, then this will take you about 30 minutes at most. Now, beyond the 10 gates, you can do more for some gold, but I skipped these since I don't have enough time, and the amount of gold you get isn't crazy high. Next, I do encore missions, often to farm for artifacts, which are gears that make you and your hunter stronger. They drop randomly, so to get all the ones you need, it definitely takes some time. You can do 2 at a time as a free-to-play player, and if you want more, you can pay. The keys regenerate each day, so if you have to do 5, if you do the double rewards where you use 2 keys to consume it, then it will take you around 9 minutes. And that's the same with instant dungeons. Here you get 4 keys each day. If you double up your rewards, which consumes 2 keys at a time, then you can do this in about 6 minutes. Next, one of the easiest dailies is to collect the activity fund. This is great for both EXP and gold. If you don't have any time to play, at least spend 5 seconds doing this. The shop also has some bonus and specials that you can buy for free each day for a little bit of gold and essence stones. You can also get essence stones from talking with some NPCs that you see around, such as these hunters. So pretty easy to do. Then follow your daily and weekly missions. This will make you do a variety of things like leveling things up or enhancing things. This is definitely a great guide for your growth since it gives you some weekly and daily goals. Next, the somewhat annoying things you have to do is log on multiple times a day if you have to do mining. You can only mine 3 at a time, and if you do 10 gates a day, then you'll have to log in probably 3 times a day. But this is optional, sometimes I skip this if I'm feeling lazy. Now with the remaining time, I try to do story. I'll give it a few attempts on it, and if I still can't do well, then I'll wait another day. Otherwise, I will try to progress in Battlefield of Trials, which also gives you some additional rewards. Now, in terms of competing with others, there is Battlefield of Time that gives rewards on your ranking. There isn't any PvP aspect of this game, so you can still play at your own pace and it feels fun. In my opinion, this is a great free-to-play friendly game and you can play casually as well. You can definitely make progress just by playing a little bit each day. 1 to 2 hours a day definitely isn't that bad. For many who are waiting for this to be released on global, it's definitely worth a try once it comes out. The official date is now May 8th. So stay tuned for more solo leveling Rise content, and I'm definitely going to be making more guides.